Welcome to the Locked On College Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Lincoln Smith, and today we're going to take a deep dive into the last week's college football games and interview some of the fans. Today we're going to have Adam Hamilton and Craig Haywood on the show to talk about the Illinois and Mizzou games. All right, so one of the first games that we're going to talk about today is the Mizzou versus South Carolina game. Number 23 Mizzou faced off against unranked South Carolina. I'm here with Craig Haywood, fellow Mizzou fan, and we're going to get his thoughts about the game as well. So, Mizzou 29-20 win. Craig, what were your initial thoughts?
As like a top opponent in the SEC, I think South Carolina, their quarterback's really good. Our defense wasn't the best, but we came out with the win, and our offense was actually like pretty good.
Yeah, the Norris Sellers obviously coming through the whole week. They're saying he's injured. He's not going to play. He ends up playing. I felt like the Mizzou defense did a decent job on him. 302 passing yards, not great, but they did limit his rushing ability. He had 10 carries for negative 28 rushing yards.
Yeah.
So obviously the Mizzou pass defense struggled, but that death row run defense is where it was at this week. What were your thoughts on Bo Perbula's performance?
Actually pretty good. 171 yards isn't terrible. He had like one passing touchdown, but like that was in the red zone, so nothing too crazy. But like we got the first downs when we needed them.
Yeah, obviously, and Mizzou's rushing game is what's been the biggest thing for them this year.
Oh, yeah.
Ahmad Hardy, another great game, 138 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 22 carries, and then Jamal Roberts, the backup, 76 rushing yards and a touchdown. What do you think about the Mizzou rush game this year?
It's actually pretty good. Our O-line like holds up when we need to, making the gaps, getting where they need to go. I like our passing offense too a lot. Norfleet, he's a good option. Like when.
Yeah, I like that they got Norfleet more involved this week. Because obviously, coming off the injury last year, I feel like he's been kind of slow, but he was able to get a couple nice catches and kind of kick off the game well for us.
Oh, yeah.
And then what do you think about Mizzou's outlook for the rest of the season? Obviously, UMass next week should be a fairly easy win. But now they're heading into SEC play. Should be a little bit of a tougher schedule. Yes, Oklahoma's going to be a tough one. Texas A&M, Alabama, all those teams are still on the schedule.
Yep.
What do you think about Mizzou making a push for the college football playoffs? Where you thinking?
Okay, so I think if they can stand their ground and play like how they play against teams like Kansas a couple weeks ago, like they can do their thing. Like if they start off hot and they stay consistent, have good plays throughout the whole year, like they have been the last few weeks, I think they actually have a good chance.
And obviously the biggest knock on Mizzou so far has been they haven't played anybody. Now, the best team they played, South Carolina. And Kansas, which I think Kansas, as much as I hate them, they're a decent football team.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels is a great quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
I think they just have to make sure that they take care of business in these SEC games and win games on the road because they have so many home games. So they need to make sure they're winning theirs on the road. I think they only have like 4 road games this year.
Yeah.
And then Ahmad Hardy, Heisman noise. What do you think about it?
Dude, he's looking so good, dude.
Ahmad Hardy is legit. Leads the SEC in rushing yards so far. Obviously, SEC is such a loaded conference.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think he's got a shot at it?
If he keeps it up, yes. If he just stays consistent, like kind of like Ashton Genty, just like just gotta make yourself different and show out compared to the other people within.
Yeah, Ahmad Hardy, 600 rushing yards already so far this year, leads the SEC, second in the nation behind Robert Henry from UTSA, who UTSA doesn't play anybody.
Yeah.
So Ahmad Hardy, 600 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns. Yeah, he looks great.
Oh, yeah.
Mizzou looks good. Mizzou got UMass next week, so we'll have to see how they play.
Yeah, light work.
All right. One of the other highly anticipated games from this weekend is number 19 Indiana versus number 9 Illinois, where number 19 Indiana pulled off the upset 63-10. I'm here with Illinois fan Adam Hamilton. We're going to get his thoughts on the game. So what'd you think of the game, Adam?
It was embarrassing, to say the least. It was very embarrassing.
As an Illinois fan, how does that make you feel going into the rest of the season?
Not good. We play USC next week, and then after that we play Ohio State. So
the schedule doesn't get any easier.
We have 2 hard games coming up, and it's not looking good.
Right. So the Illinois offense was just stagnant overall.
Very slow.
Quarterback only threw for 146 passing yards. He did throw for a touchdown, but it was 7 of Illinois' 10 points. What did you think about the offense in the game?
Offense was the worst I've ever seen it. Like
Yeah, it was pretty.
our
It was
best
pretty hard
running
to
ba-
watch.
Yeah, our best running back wasn't even playing. Aiden Lafferty. Caden Fegan, only 5 rushes for 18 yards, average 3.6. That's not great.
And do you think having those guys back would have made a difference, or do you just think?
63-10. I don't think he would have scored 53 points. So no.
And then defensively for Illinois, what was going wrong there?
Fernando Mendoza was just picking apart our defense, and it was just an embarrassing thing to watch.
And obviously Illinois going in ranked 9th. I'm not sure where the AP has them right now this week, but do you think there's still any hope left for this team this year after this showing?
We're at 23 now, and we play USC next week, who's number 21. And if we win that game, I think we have hope. But
so do you think there's any chance of a bounce back?
yes, I think there's a chance for a bounce back.
Okay. And how long have you been an Illinois fan?
My whole life.
Where does this rank in terms of the most embarrassing losses you've seen?
I mean, we haven't been good for a long time, and now we got all this hype around us, and this happens. It's very embarrassing.
Right. Okay. So looking ahead to next week, what do you think Illinois needs to do to improve upon and bounce back against USC?
Allmeyer needs to complete more passes.
Yeah.
He went 14 for 22, which isn't bad, but only 146 passing yards is not good for 14 passes.
And then you had the other QB getting for a little bit, the Hampton kid.
Yeah, Ethan Hampton.
Yeah.
He had 1 interception with 2 for 3, 13 yards.
That's a rough stat line to have.
Not great.
Probably the only bright spot in that game was Colin Dixon, wide receiver, 83 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, 59-yard deep ball touchdown. Our only touchdown of the game.
Right. Yeah. So do you think you need the quarterback to step up, and then defensively, who do you think needs to step up on defense?
Well, we just lost our starting corner Xavier Scott for the rest of the year. He's one of our best defensive players. So now I need Matthew Bailey needs to step up. He's a captain for our safety. And then our D-line, Leon Lowry Jr. and James Thompson Jr., both were transfers. They need to step up.
All right. Well, I look forward to this game Saturday. Hopefully Illinois can bounce back.
I do not, but I hope to. Yeah, our offense played worse than I think the 8th grade team could play. We played our worst football ever against a ranked opponent. We had to play our top game, and we played our worst game. Altmaier cannot be throwing for 146 yards, while their quarterback is throwing for 5 touchdowns.
Perfect.
Thanks for listening to the Locked On College Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Lincoln Smith. Tune in next week for the next episode.